Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Last we left off, we were helping out these girls in the Corinthia. They may be high-end prostitutes. That I don't know offhand. They didn't offer their services. All they did was ask for me to work for them. This girl here, she's looking for somebody, but I don't think her plan is very good. Her plan seems to be to walk like 2 steps this way, look around, 2 steps back. I mean, that's like 2 steps away from, like when Terrence and Philip are looking for buried treasure. And they're like, hey, let's look for buried treasure. And they're just looking around the room, looking up, looking down. Is there buried treasure, underneath my foot? No. She's not gonna find this missing girl in this manner. She needs somebody who knows and understands waypoints and has a map and quest system.
By Aphrodite, Cleo better get back here soon.
Why call on the gods when you have one of their messengers at your service?
How did you know I needed help?
Anthusha told me you could use a hand.
Cleo, one of our girls, didn't meet me for prayer this morning.
Also, you specifically said, Cleo, get back here soon, which sounds like a call for help.
She might have been taken.
I asked around. One of our clients said he saw Cleo brought aboard the ship. The men were armed, so there was nothing he could do. I'd pay a lot of drachmi to get her back.
Wait, so you know she's aboard the ship? Oh, no, that's where she was paid to be. Sorry, I forgot, she's also a high-end prostitute.
Armed. Take me to the ship. We'll get Cleo back.
Alright.
Who do you think took her?
Wouldn't be the first time the monger's men came after one of us.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll just take this horse. And also, it appears as if they're using, the same conventions as, well, as, the Liam Neeson movies, where nobody is kidnapped, they're taken. Nobody's held hostage. They've been took.
None of us have ever disappeared like this before. Some are worried they'll be taken next.
They'll be taken next. Speaking of, I suppose we can talk about the Taken movies on our way there. The first Taken movie, that one was alright. Current Liam Neeson controversies aside, the first movie, at the very least, had cool action scenes. The storyline was a bit subpar, but it was simplistic enough that you could shrug off some of the cliches that happen in the story. Like at one point, somebody tells Neeson that like he has to go to a house that has a door in front that's painted red, and somehow he ends up at the right house, which seems like a bit of a stretch, but then you get to see like really well done action punching going on. So
There. That's the boat our client described. Please, get her back safely.
Am I going to have to chase her on my own boat? Also, where is my own boat is like... Where is my boat? It's probably on this side of the island. Oh, nope, it's right here. So, let's hop on aboard and get this done. I wonder, can you can you board the ship without having sunk it? I mean, you don't have to have the, and I'm meaning in the fashion which, like, it's not like, You press the button and it goes into boarding ship magnetization mode. But you just jump off your boat and you're like, I'm just gonna climb on it. But then if the boat's always moving, I don't know if that's becomes an issue. Anyway, so yeah, Taken 1, alright. Taken 2 was awful. I didn't even see Taken 3, but I hear it's even worse. And then they made a TV series, and then they... And let's do this. I don't want to do too much damage. There we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, is that the hostage? Alright, so unfortunately my current weaponry... Oh, I can just switch my weapons. And then do a power swing, knock him off the boat. There we go.
Stay back. I'm here to rescue you.
Rescue me. You sunk my boat, pirate.
Put the knife away. I'm a friend.
What do you mean?
Your friend Irina hired me to save you from these men and bring you back.
Irina? I commissioned that ship to steal me away from Corinth.
Everything's a little bit more complicated.
You have no idea what the monger does to people. The things I've seen...
she was trying to escape from the monger.
Irina thought you were abducted. She clearly cares about you.
If she cared about me, she'd let me go. Even Anthusa can't keep us safe anymore.
That's why I'm here.
Mystios, please. We were heading to Mykonos, which is safe. If you'll take me there, I can pay you the toll I would have paid my crew.
I'm gonna take you back to Corinth because
Anthusa will take care of you.
I'm going to take care of the monger.
It's your home.
Take me against my wishes then. I won't fight you.
I mean, really, like, she says it's her wishes, but at the same time, she's doing it out of fear. She doesn't actually want to go to Mykonos. She would stay in Corinth, if not for the monger. Now, let's say there was a different situation in which the people she was working for, she wanted to leave because she didn't like working for them anymore, or she wanted to go back to her family home, or there were other more personal reasons rather than just out of fear, then sure.
Weapons in. What is safe here?
Prepare to drop!
Then it would make more sense to help her go to Mykonos. But she has nothing in Mykonos. What is she going to do? Become a pirate? Die a pirate? At the very least, if she goes back home, she has her friends to help take care of her, plus I expect to dispatch the monger myself in due time.
Oh, did they hurt you? I pray to Tihi for your safe return.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
There better not be a scratch on you. I promised this mercenary a month's salary to have you back in one piece.
You did?
Of course! You're my dear sister. I'm so thankful Cleo is home. Please, take this for your trouble.
Good luck to both of you.
Actually, when did she actually promise that? Also, is 302 drachmae a month's salary? Maybe I should have just sent her to Mykonos. With those wages. Oh yeah, and I also need to burn down, the illegitimate business that, is run by the monger. Now, it tells me about, like, guards to kill. I probably should bring out the bird. Why? That's nice and all. I'm. Alright, so apparently there's a nearby building with bad guys. Or at the very least, guys I can fight against.
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
I like your plan. Yes, that was nothing. Just stay in your post. Also... And actually, I guess he is staying in his post. So... Good job for me. Why does it want... I do not get why the bird really, really insists.
Who's whistling?
There was nobody. I swear. Ignore the whistling. Yeah, at the very least, I don't have to worry about hiding the body.
This is the place. Time to burn some cargo.
I can't help but notice that everybody's back is turned. Either I'm highly fortunate, or everybody here is really dumb. Okay, so that's one guy down. You know, I would expect somebody who's as feared as the monger to have better security. Like, it doesn't really seem like there's anybody here. Like, maybe the monger is not quite as... is just really cheap and doesn't hire anybody. And that's the reason why there are just so few guards. Or this is a trap. Which isn't entirely improbable. Okay, so that's where ships are delivered, and I'm guessing all of the goods are going to be in this first warehouse. Now, it didn't seem like the Iconos, is that the bird's name, saw anybody inside this building. So it might be safe. That said, I'm going to go in through the second floor and be paranoid. Oh my. There is a prisoner here. It is a good thing I did not start setting anything on fire. Alright, all the treasure has been looted. Now to set things on.
Help!
Now to release that guy. Ah, interesting. And to set fire to his merchandise. People, leave the building. Jeez. Okay, that singed the goods, but that was good enough. Okay, so it looks like some of his goons do show up after you start setting everything on fire, which I suppose makes sense. And by some, I mean just one guy. Oh, okay. Now a bunch of people have shown up. Who are you? Is that my stepdad?
Come and get it.
At the very least, he's awesome Spartan guy. Yeesh, that guy got it pretty hard. That guy potentially got it harder. Jeez. Okay, that was pretty awesome. Is that the monger? Is that really the monger? I was expecting more. Okay, so that's just a regular thug. Alright. I have a bounty on myself? I'll pay that off when this battle's done.
fight like a Spartan. There's resolve in you.
We have that in common.
I saw innocents trapped in the flames.
The ones in the warehouse. I freed them already.
A good
Oh.
soldier acts when he's told. A great one is 2 steps ahead.
And if I hadn't freed them, that might have gone towards a
I'd
different
thank you too,
path.
if I knew who you were.
Brasidas of Sparta. You're a newcomer to Corinth.
You're a spy too?
An old Spartan tactic. I have my ways.
I get the sense that's a Corinthian hobby. Anthusa has her Etera watching from every post.
Ah, Anthusa. We disagree, but have a common enemy.
The monger?
The monger.
We agree he should be killed, but we differ on how.
Does it really matter in the how?
So, Sparta also has a monger problem. What do you know about him?
His weapon has a far reach. Corinth is allied with Sparta. It's our duty to protect them.
Then working alongside Anthusa is your best bet.
If she had her way, the Mongol would be flayed in the streets. Sparta wants him dealt with quietly.
What do you want to do with him?
Right now, the Mongol
So she
is
wants the
Corinth.
monger
I
to
want
be
replace
made
him
an
with
example
no
of.
bloodshed.
Yeah, he needs to
He'll only
die.
be dethroned if he's killed. It's simple.
Yes. Diplomacy isn't something he understands.
From what I hear, I'm not surprised.
We arrested his top men, armed the citizens, tried to stir the police against him. It never came to be. The only thing left to try
Is
is a quick
straight up
slice of the
murder.
blade.
That would do it.
We'd lure him into Corinthia's sacred cave, and it'd be over.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna help him out.
By the time I leave Corinthia, the monger will be dead.
Do that, and Sparta will be in your debt.
I was Spartan, once.
Once?
Until I was thrown off Mount Aietos as a child, and left for dead.
You're the daughter of General Nikolaos? All of Sparta knows your name. And
Oh my.
alive. Impossible.
I survived. I raised myself alone while life continued in Sparta.
Never mind being a Spartan. Those of good character will forgive and should be forgiven.
I'm on the hunt
And
for my
Cassandra
mother.
is a pretty good character.
The only
I'll
way
stop
is
now.
through Anthusa.
Yes, Merini.
You knew Nikolaos?
A good general, but a stubborn Spartan.
And
Is there any
rewarded
other
for his
kind?
loyalty.
But he disappeared, and his body was never found. The state pronounced him dead.
That's all right. I haven't seen him since I was a child.
Very clever. That way they don't have to record 2 different conversations for that specific choice of dialogue.
You don't know anything about Mirini, do you?
I know that no one should have to endure such tragedy alone. And I heard she left Sparta that night. No one has forgotten Merini.
From what I know, she wanted them to forget. There's no going back now.
The displaced can always find their way home. The gods have just decided you must fight for it.
They couldn't make it any easier.
Chin up, Spartan. Easy doesn't exist.
Goodbye, Brasidas.
We'll meet again. I'm in the fight with you. Show courage.
I would have really liked that handshake, that handshake between the two of them to be a little bit longer. Like if the camera lingered on them a little bit longer, so it was more of like that 80s, 90s handshake moment. Okay, so actually, nope, sorry. I almost forgot. Gotta pay what I owe. Alright, so let's head over to... Actually... What mercenary decided they wanted to take me on? Let's kill this mercenary. Why? Because I can. And also because it seems as if nobody's watching. Or it looks like a lot of people are watching. And why is this guy running? Shall we continue this fight downstairs? Inside this building, perhaps? I wonder if just openly attacking him... Nope, it seems like nobody cares. Okay, this is really cheap. Ah, he dodged one. And dodged two. Okay, so it's not quite as cheap. Alas, it looks as though nobody cares about the fate of mercenaries. And it looks as though Mikios of... Oh, that's a different one. So that one is new. And Callan, the metal-skinned, has bit the dust. Hold on a second. If this is a Spartan town, and the Spartans are protecting Corinth, then why are there so many Athenian guards? Because Athenians wear blue. And it seems to be just the Athenians that are guarding the walls. Most mysterious. Or maybe that's just Spartan way of saying that this is our land and the Athenians are borrowing it temporarily. Also, I realized that the choice I made to help out, Bradius, what's his name? Means that I've essentially gone down a road against Athens. But I believe Athens loses anyway, so...
Your plan seemed to work. The monger's thugs ambushed me.
I heard. I also heard you had no problems dealing with them.
It wasn't my first fight in Corinth.
Or your last. We're going to take the monger to task at the theater. I've arranged a Corinthian drama no one will forget.
Brasidas is worried about the anarchy that could follow the monger's death. He wants him dead, but wants it done quietly.
That man is a long way from Sparta. This is Corinthia, so we'll do it the Corinthian way.
Extremely publicly, in front of everybody, and cause chaos.
I agree with Brasidas. I say we take him to the sacred cave.
This isn't what we planned.
The monger needs to be erased.
All
from
we
existence.
planned was to kill the monger.
Fight him in a private place, and he'll die. A simple transaction, remember?
If you insist, we'll meet you at the sacred cave.
Good. My target is currently one level above you. Above myself. Do I go do quests to level up? Or... Because I am almost there, it looks like. Or do I just go to try to take him down? I mean, I have fought people above my level before. Alright, I'll do that. I will go take him down. Ah, the Fountain of Perrine. Heck, the monger probably will have allies with him. And, in the middle of the fight, I'll probably end up leveling up. But first... Yeah, oh. Might as well loot everything I can find on my way to him. You know, I've picked up a few of these slabs, but I haven't really followed up on it. That looked like a much deeper pit than it actually was. But I haven't really followed up on it, on some of them. So eventually I'm going to have to go back and start looking at the clues that they're providing. And see if I can solve those stone tablets. At the risk of actually taking more time to backtrack.
So it is you, a demigod in the soot and shit streets of Corinth, killing my men, helping those fucking
Is that the monger?
parasites?
Not really that much of an improvement over the thugs that he is with. He knows my mom?
You'll never rule these streets, you pig!
Oh, you bet your pretty face I will.
Get your filthy hands!
And when I do, I'll rip your fucking head right off and send it to the cult as proof.
As if he needed more of a reason to die. Also, either he's really, really tall or everybody's really, really short nearby him.
I fucking knew her all right. She was big fucking trouble. But I'll pay her back. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna find your mother and bring her your fucking head. Demos will wish she was watching this.
Not if I bring her yours first.
Get the fuck out
I'm
of my
not going to
city.
carry your head anywhere
Not
with me.
yours anymore.
Get the fuck off my streets!
Ah, he's one of the cultists. One did not need to see the monger in the streets of Corinth to feel him there. His brutes had taken over the city, once the richest and most prosperous port in all the Greek world, now wallowed in corruption. The cult would use this thug with a small mind and a firm grip to do their bidding.
You're fucking crazy!
Alright, let's... I'm gonna try to take care of the guys on the outlet. Oof. It would be nice if I was able to see. I'd imagine that would have been the benefit of attacking Monger out in public. Is it would have been in daylight. Rather than inside of a dark cave. And also, where are the other people who are supposed to be helping me? I was not expecting to actually have to fight the monger alone. But, let alone the monger and his thugs. Okay. Excellent. Didn't last as long as I'd wanted.
Nobody will recognize your body when I'm
Yeah, you haven't really done anything, though. That's a lot of... It's a lot of big talk for no action. Alright, how well does this work? Okay, so the problem, at the very least, with fighting him at this level disparity means that unfortunately my attacks aren't going to be the greatest. But now that Monger is by himself, like, fighting the bad guys who are with him, like, I've got a healing ability. I've got sick dodge moves. Let's see how well this works against him. Okay, so if he does his rage move, he's basically he can't be pushed back. Did that take care of him? Pretty much.
Wish I could have been there to watch Demos break your neck.
Don't make me laugh. Wait! No! The people of Corinth must see him die.
Is it really that important?
Take him out of here and bring him to the theater. Show everyone his cowardice.
No. You wanted him dead. Here he is.
You wanted him dead? I wanted him dead.
People don't get to see him bleed.
It's not that important.
Rang out across the city.
Also not that important.
He's dead. I've delivered. Your turn.
Yes, you're right. He's dead. Take his body to the square. Let the people get a last good look at him. As for you, Cassandra, I owe you information. We'll talk about your mother, just not here.
Yeah, this would be an awkward place to talk about personal matters. Like right next to the dead body, in like a dark cave. Not exactly a very civilized location. Also, that's like there's a couple reasons why I decided to go against her wishes. Well, one, because
I can't give you enough thanks for what you've done.
like you don't need to make a big public display, and two, I did look up ahead what consequences would happen from the choices, and I feel that I would go with the consequences from helping the Spartan more. It was good for the city.
Everybody wins.
You've proven to be a very valuable business partner.
Speaking of business, you owe me, Anthusha.
Yes, Myrene. She came and left Corinthia in a flurry, but made an impression on me, like a great storm.
I remember that part of her well.
A strong woman with great intensity. She wanted to find her place here in Corinth, but never found what she was looking for.
You speak of her kindly.
It feels as if I'm
Perhaps on the surface,
a lot of steps behind finding Cassandra's mother. Like, I'm really just seeing where she was a long time ago.
How did you come to know her?
But then again, like, there's a long period of time between being thrown off a cliff and now, so...
She was a vagrant? I wonder what my father would think of that.
I didn't know what happened to her. All she told me was that she left the place that tore her apart. Sparta.
Okay, so it's likely that this was the first place she went to after she left Sparta.
Did she find work?
She kept to herself, with one eye always on the poor.
And then she became the
Could have stayed
pirate.
with us, but I think she was looking for something else.
Was there no mention of her past? A husband, family?
Nothing. Speaking of Sparta only brought her misery. It's like a part of her was missing.
Well, they did throw 2 of her kids off of a cliff.
After Corinth, where did she go?
That? I don't know.
She must have given you some hint.
I don't think even she knew where she was headed. All I know is she won a ship thanks to a lucky dice throw.
Oh, alright.
He owed her that much, at least. I remember the ship's name well. Siren Song.
Siren Song.
Alright.
It was famous for weathering all that Poseidon threw.
Okay,
Thank you, Anthusa.
May the gods look well upon you, Cassandra. Visit me anytime. I'll catch you up on Corinth's affairs. It seems I have an interesting future ahead of me.
So do I.
Okay, so there is an issue.
If I can find someone who knows the ship, I'll be one step closer to finding her.
There's an issue with that. I don't know if it's actually going to lead to anything, but calling the ship the Siren Song, it makes me wonder if, like the sirens of Greek mythology, Cassandra's search for her mother would lead her to throw herself into inescapable danger, much as the sirens led seafarers into the rocks to sink their ships. I might be reading too much into it. Obviously, the more I look for this woman, the more danger I'll be in, and she has clearly fled for reasons. But I've finished up this path. That means that the next path for me to go on is going to be the remaining clue that I was given, which is the Hippocrates, and go visit their clinic in Argolos. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about returning to this guy after spending the time delivering his package, so to speak. What does he have to say for himself?
I was just starting to miss you. I hope you delivered the package?
Vardas threatened to kill the others when I told him. I also wasn't expecting the package to be, well, that.
It was a nice surprise, wasn't it? I can make another one for you too, if you'd like.
No.
It was mine, yes.
No.
It looked good, didn't it? I needed to get the Odoros out of the way, and now he will be. I impress myself sometimes.
Whatever you say.
Why don't we let our bodies do the talking? Surely you had thoughts of it as well when you saw the cast of me?
No.
For the gods?
Let's make an offering.
Still, no.
I'm not interested.
Oh, a shame. Aphrodite would have loved it. Maybe another time.
Having fun at a party? Sure, that's fine. But having to deal with you afterwards, I'll move on with my life. I've got to say, having this ability really throws me off. Like, it feels like the ultimate in regards to conveniently traveling around the world. Like, I remember back in the day when I switched up from, when I tried out Assassin's Creed Unity, I think it was. And I think Unity was the first game that had, like, the more streamlined climbing up and climbing down. Whereas, like, before in Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, you still kind of had to figure out hand-holding, where you're supposed to jump, which ledges to jump to. But with Unity, you could just hold down a button and it would climb for you. So the ability to just kind of leap off of a ledge of any height now, and live, I have to admit... Oh, wow. That was a tough goat. Has kind of thrown me off a little bit. Because normally, again, I think I mentioned this before in regards to this, you would expect Assassin's Creed rules. You need a haystack, you need a body of water to jump into, because characters eventually learned how to swim. But nope. Not anymore. Just jump. You ain't got time to look for haystacks. Or, I'm still... I gotta say, it still makes me a little bit nervous. But no, you don't have time to wait around for climbing down things. Also, I'm not going to worry about calling on Icaros. Also...
That's Hippocrates' clinic.
Oh. Okay. In my attempt to, kill this specific cultist, it has taken me directly to the main quest. You know, I gotta say, this is not the first time this has happened. This is, like, one of the many times this has happened, which makes me feel as though the design of this game, the way that story quests are placed versus side quests, is really well done. Considering how everything kind of paths out. Like, you could do whatever side quest you want, but for some reason, the side quests that I keep doing end up leading me directly to the main quest. But let's see how hard it is going to be to kill this guy. Okay. So he is surrounded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find a spot where I could jump from above. And then run away. Run away like a huge coward. Because these guys don't seem to mind me. Why can I not target him? Or any of them. Actually, let's see how much arrow damage, because he doesn't really seem like he's that tough. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need to confirm the kill. That's gonna be the problem. Will I be able to get in, confirm the kill, get out? Alright. Okay, now run. Oh, and that didn't even, that's not going to even require me to, pay off, my mercenaries. I can just run away. Fantastic.
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.